So let me introduce to you Annie Doresca. She's the CFO, Chief Financial Officer of Jewelers of America. Jewelers of America is like a more than a century-year-old organization made by jewelers for jewelers, so they can have the tools basically to do the right thing and to promote the products in the right way. And she has been there since 2008. And Annie is also co-founder and board president of Black in Jewelry Coalition. So everyone, a big round of applause for Annie Doresca. Doresca, oh sorry. Welcome to the stage. Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay? Energy check. I'm the last presentation, so I need energy. Thank you all for staying and making this happen, because I know everyone's waiting on this cruise, but I'll make it worth it. So you got a brief introduction about me. I first want to thank Doug from ICA for inviting me and allowing me to speak about a topic that's very, very important to me, diversifying our industry. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I've been hearing, who are you, this past few days, so I'll tell you a lot more about who I am. We'll go through diversity in terms of the definition and statistics, the benefits and challenges of diversity, as well as what some best practices are. So who's this cute little girl on the screen? I'm not supposed to laugh. She said, oh, she's so cute. Yes, yes, yes. So this little girl was born in the Republic of Congo. How did that happen, right? So both her parents are Haitian. Her father participated and played a role in the Haitian Constitution. Right after that, there was a lot of political turmoil because he was an attorney. They tried to kill him, so he joined a missionary with his family, moved to Republic of Congo. So that's how this little girl came about being there. She is the youngest of 6 siblings. From Republic of Congo, she moved to Brooklyn with her siblings and her parents in a 1-bedroom apartment, and then transitioned to Queens, New York, where they bought a house and had a better lifestyle for this little girl. So who's this little girl today? Oh, she's so cute. It's me. So a little background about my education. I started out as a computer science major at Polytechnic University, did 2 semesters there, and the grades that I got made sure to claim that I am not a computer science major. So made that transition and went to St. John's for undergraduate degree in finance, and then NYU for a master's in public administration with concentration in finance as well. I am currently working at Jewelers of America as a CFO. I worked in the for-profit sector at Goldman Sachs doing some compliance work, then AIG as an auditor, decided I wanted to work closer to the nonprofit world. And then I transitioned, did a bit work with Nonprofit Finance Fund. It's a bank for providing loans to nonprofit organizations, then transitioned to Jewelers of America. Been there 15 years. I'm also the board president at Black in Jewelry Coalition. We were founded 2 years ago. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. And I currently teach at Baruch College. I teach a strategic management and business policy class there in the spring. Board, I am also a board member of Jewelers Vigilance Committee, Women's Jewelry Association Foundation. I'm the treasurer there. And I am also a board member of Jewelers Board of Trade. So Jewelers of America, also known as JA. We were founded in 1906, and we are the leading nonprofit trade association in the jewelry industry. We provide membership to retailers and suppliers. Our focus is to enhance consumer confidence in the jewelry industry, and we do this through recognition, representation, and resources. I'm going to go quickly on this. You can reach out to me and give you more information about Jewelers of America, but our 3 pillars are recognition, resources, and representation. We offer our members an opportunity to be a part of a supply directory. We have a lot of membership benefits, and we do legislative work at Capitol Hill for our members and represent the entire industry. Black in Jewelry Coalition. We were founded 2 years ago. There was a lot of racial turmoil in the U.S. around George Floyd, and we decided as a community of 9 of us to say, you know what, it's time for us to look to make a change in the industry. And hence, we're here today, 2 years later. Our focus is to enhance promotion of Black professionals in the jewelry, gem, and watch industry. We do this through networking and providing resources to our members. In addition to that, we've cultivated a lot of growth and opportunities with alliances, with allies, just as ICA, GIA, and many other leaders have worked with us closely to provide a lot of great programs that we've done so. So what are these programs? Well, before I go there, these are the 9 co-founders. We speak every week for the past 2 years. It's a lot of work, but we didn't know each other before we founded the organization, and here we are together in this picture here. We had a strategic meeting, and all of us play a role from education, treasurer, so this is my team here. Our strategy is to educate, collaborate, and advocate. We educate through scholarships that we offer through various different scholarships that we've connected with Bridge, Lisa Bridge from Bridge Jewelers, GIA, and AGS Conclave. We've also collaborated with some competitions that we offer our members, and we advocate by trying to increase representation at association level. So what are the programs we offer? The first one is our mentorship match program. We allow companies as yourself to provide mentorship to the Black professionals that are our members. They can be mentees, you can join our portal, and we connect them so they can learn more about the industry. There are internship opportunities, so if you have internship opportunities in your company, you can also post that. So this is another way to become more inclusive and allow our members to join your company as an intern or through apprenticeships. The scholarships I mentioned that we offer have existed. We've probably given about 14 scholarships thus far, and we continue to do so, and we're looking to add a watchmaking scholarship as well. Together by Design, this is a competition, it's in its second year. It's connecting the love story with a design competition. So consumers submit their love story, and from that point, the winning love story gets their engagement ring made by a Black designer. That Black designer last year won $5,000. The diamond was donated by Leo Schachter, and this year the diamond is being donated by Nungu Diamonds. So we really are trying to be inclusive from a literary perspective as well as a design perspective. And we have also provided a training program around diversity for companies to learn about the importance. It's called Inclusivity, Diversity, and Equity for All, IDEA, I-D-E-A. This is a webinar that we allow virtual, so it has global opportunity for everyone to listen and be a part of. So diversity, I've said the D word several times today, right? So this, I'll read it and tell you what diversity definition means. So diversity is having a range of people with various racial, ethnic, socioeconomic, and cultural backgrounds and various lifestyles, experience, and interests. Having a variety of individuals and points of view represented in the department. Diversity is a group of people who are different in the same place. My definition, it's having a respect and appreciation for differences. We're all different in this room, us all respecting and having a different appreciation for each other. A lot of times, especially in our industry, when I talk about diversity, it will relate to gender and racial and ethnic differences, but it's really all about respect and appreciation of differences. So some important statistics. 35% of corporations are more likely to outperform their competitors when they are more diverse and more inclusive, 35%. In addition to that, 87% are better at making decisions when you have a diverse team. And when you are having a diverse management team, it shows that you can have 19% of a higher revenue when you have diversity on the management level. The United States labor statistics shows a breakdown of what our industry comprises of. It also includes luxury and leather goods stores, but it's primarily jewelry in terms of the racial breakup of the jewelry industry. 79% white, 5% Black, 10% Asian, and 6% with an other background. This is the breakup of our industry. Not as inclusive, but I will say that changes are happening, and our goal is to continue to be more inclusive and to change that so it shows a little bit more of a breakdown, a better breakdown in racial makeup. 2 years ago, National Jeweler and Jewelers of America did a survey around diversity. I'm going to share with you a few other statistics relating to that. So when employees were asked, are you aware of your company having a written policy in place to prevent discrimination of the following things? Was there a written policy around race? 59% said yes. Is there a policy around gender? 58% said yes. Gender identity, 44%. Sexual orientation, 53%. A written policy around religion, 56% knew that policy. But 41% said they weren't aware of any policy relating to discrimination. Another employee perspective. When you're thinking about diversity and equity, how would you rate your company in the following areas? Overall, 54% said great rating. But when it came to employee hiring practices, 55% said it was very good. When it came to vendor hiring practices, 44% said it was very good. When it came to how they thought about diversity in terms of racially diverse staff, 21% said it was fair. And the other one I wanted to address is when it comes to talking about the topic, do you even talk about diversity? 11% said it's poor. I feel that many times when we're talking about race or ethnicity, it's like a taboo conversation. It's taboo when we don't talk about it. It's important for us to feel comfortable talking about it. That's what's important. 54% sounds great, but it's actually, from an HR perspective, you want this to be closer to 80 to 90%. People should know if you have a written policy in place. From the employer perspective, hey, how's it going? Do you know about diversity? How's your staff doing? Do you think there's anything there? Very good. All of them said 70%, everything's great, from employee hiring practices, racially diverse staff, employee training. They felt that they rated themselves great. This is coming from the leadership. What did this leadership compose of? What was the breakup? 77% white. So what this says is, from a leadership perspective, there's an assumption being made about diversity being well. You need to ask your staff, what do they think? There should not be an assumption at the leadership level to say that things are great. The only way you know how your staff feels is if you ask them. Another question, how much do you agree or disagree with the following statement? First statement, the jewelry industry does enough to make sure that Black employees feel accepted. 40% disagreed with that statement, so they don't feel that they're accepted. This is not a comfortable industry for them. They don't feel like there's as much inclusivity. And they also asked, well, does being a Black employee impede you from career advancement? 29% disagreed, meaning that they felt that because of the color of their skin, that was a challenging way for them to move up in the industry. I share this with you just to show that it exists in our industry. But we as BIJC, and of course all of us as leaders, the more we know about it, the more we can make changes and have discussions about it. And then the last slide here talks about, well, how do you think the jewelry industry rates to other industries? 43% felt that it's the same as any other industry. And I would agree. I think that our industry is not as different from others. I think the difference is the changes that we need to make in order to make that that scope change. A few other important statistics from the consumer perspective. 74% of consumers feel that the marketing fails to show a diverse race of skin tones, body types, and hair textures. So when we're looking at different pictures about the color of the skin that jewelry is on, people do not feel that it's showing from all ethnicities. That's what they're saying. 74% feels that it's not, our marketing is not successful in this area. In terms of equally distributed products catering to different types of people, 65% of consumers also feel that we fail to deliver this type of information and show that we have an assortment of different products on the retail shelves. And then lastly, 4 in 5 consumers, so that's 75%, 78% of the consumers don't feel that the brands or the companies are owned and made for by people of color. So when we're looking at different types of retailers and the vendors that are in their store, are all these vendors coming from the same racial ethnicities? Are they coming from different ethnicities? spread that variety as well, being more inclusive in terms of who are making these products in your stores. So why? Why should we be diverse? What's the benefit? You can better serve your customers when you're diverse. This is an opportunity. The more differences that you have, the more creative and innovative you can be. I like to cook, so I like to bake. Eggs, sugar, all that, milk. Sometimes you add some cinnamon, sometimes you'll add some pineapple. That can change the way that cake looks. You add different flavors, and it could give you a different level of a cake at the end. It's no different. The more different flavors you add, the more creative and innovative that you can be. It also makes your employees feel respected. They feel included. They feel that there's a culture there that includes them. Someone there looks like them. And lastly, studies show that people will perform better in a workplace when they feel that they're in a diverse environment. So what are the challenges? It all has to start at a leadership level. We can talk about this all day, but power evokes change. Power is at the leadership level. So this is a challenge. You have to have the buy-in from the leadership level in order for this change to occur. And obviously, it's not a welcoming place if you don't feel that there are certain prejudices that exist within your company. No one wants to be in that type of environment. Best practices. So how do we go about making this change? What are some best practices to incorporate in your companies, in your business? Focus representation and diversity across all your marketing products, all your stores, what you offer in these stores that address all racial groups. Just think about it when you're doing different marketing, the materials that you have, make sure it's inclusive. How does that ring look on a different skin tone? How does your website look? What does that website currently look like? Maybe it's only catering to one subset. Make that change. Focus on the staff and inclusion and create an inclusive experience. Make sure that inside, this is the internal side of your company, diversify your staff, whether it be based on gender or based on racial ethnicity. Make a commitment to carry merchandise that caters to a diverse community. So right now, we're talking about the fact that there are certain vendors that may not be in your stores. Be more inclusive. Have a diverse group of vendors. Education is also very important. Offer different trainings. The written policies, make sure that those are in place for your staff to be aware of as well. And lastly, support organizations such as Women's Jewelry Association, Black and Jewelry Coalition. There are many organizations that exist that are looking to be more inclusive. Partner with these organizations. See how you can make those changes and make it work with them. I told you guys that was going to be quick. So why should you do this? Someone said, Opportunities only happen when we open our minds. This little girl was given an opportunity to come to this country. This little girl is on the stage sharing her experience with you. Allow yourself to do this. This is why you make that change, for that little girl to be on the stage that she's on today. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much.
I did this very quickly to give you time, but I wanted to ask questions because, like I said, it's more important for us to talk about it. I can go through a lot of things and tell you what to do, but I want you all to feel comfortable and ask the questions that you may want to ask.
And we have time.
Yes.
Yes, we do have time.
Yes.
So,
because you're loud, yes, I can hear
sorry, you use the microphone because of the recording. We have to use the microphone, please. Otherwise, people.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
You're accepting membership from internationally.
Yes, we are an international organization. We are accepting members at all times, so definitely reach out to me, and I can give you more about our membership breakout. And we're looking to add more scholarships, and as I said, internships, because students can learn. They could be on the job too. So if there's opportunities for employment or internships, feel free to let us know as well. Yes. Oh, sorry, yeah.
It's okay. You're taking over. It's okay.
Internally in my company, we had a discussion 3 years ago. For almost 15, 20 years, we are taking part in Tucson. And we had never sold a stone to a person of color, a jeweler, a person of color in Tucson. And good that you brought this up. And I hope changes are happening, and it will change the whole landscape of the jewelry business in US, not only in US, but in other parts of the world, especially in Europe. And I really appreciate that you guys have come here, and ICA has done a great job by inviting you today and showing the other angle of ICA. ICA is all about promoting color to everyone.
Right.
And we have done justice to our organization by inviting you guys today. And thank you very much for coming. And we have to, as members of ICA, make an effort and support your organization to diversify this business. Thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to add to one point. So Tucson, yes, we haven't had a booth there, but Black and Jewelry Coalition was at JCK Vegas. So for the first time, there was like a collective of 4 of our Black designers that were able to present and do an exhibition there, and we plan on being there this year. So baby steps, like Elle said, baby steps, but we're making the change.
That's what my question's about, actually.
Okay.
So, baby steps. In my baby company of 10 people, I love that you mentioned internships because that's fabulous. But practical application, like we're looking for a new role right now. How do we go about like supporting, moving in the right direction, and making sure that the communication that we're looking for someone goes out to everybody in all sorts of different communities? Because
Yes.
I think we've only ever had one Black person in our business, and okay, so that's 10%. Maybe I'm great, but I really do want to know practically, like, what is the best way to make sure that you're attracting a diverse base of applicants?
So what we have done at JA, handle the HR there, there's historically Black colleges and universities. They've created their own career network, so that's an assortment of about 20 universities that you have access to. You can also put a diversity statement on your job applications, but they have their own career network that allows more inclusivity. LinkedIn, I think, also has a option that spreads that type of information. I know for us, we're challenged with the fact that people don't even know that jewelry is an industry to even enter. So we're starting at the high school level now. Slowly, we had one career panel, and that was sponsored by JCK. Maybe we had 10 applicants that participated and 10 students that participated, but we're trying to connect with Girl Scouts Club, Big Brother, Big Sister, just bring more people there. And so that's an opportunity. But HBCU has a career network.
We still have time for one more question before we leave.
You guys look hungry and excited to leave out here, so. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed, Annie. It was a great presentation. Thank you. And now we finished the proceedings for today.